Stadium. This one taken just inside the 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft. The guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open word beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Got him there. And right away he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
And now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 15-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Here's Stidham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Hollins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so. But you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 21 carries, 131 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. Stidham. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Ray McCloud. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by the... And he loses the football a second time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 24. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Matt Hollins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 18 carries, 65 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting in. But when you call it at the right time and use it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Lance on the option left. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. And Lance again going to keep it. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Gould is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend for the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
Here's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Oh, nice move. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Stidham to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Lance now on first down.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Lance now on first down.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly. Now Lance again.
And down he goes. Brought down, a Raiders sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This one caught by Kittle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first. Lance looking to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The kick by Gold is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. He gets this to Davante Adams. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Let's overstate how explosive teams are, but this team was truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. They've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more to try to keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And some room to maneuver.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Stidham. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, Parker, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Lance now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And here comes Abdullah on the return.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
The handoff, Jacobs running to the left, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Jacobs going to try the middle, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Stidham. Left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw is Stidham.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
That's correct. There for the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for their confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey,
26 yards.
And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
The Lance going to throw.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Gold is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by individual mostly. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Holding, offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. There's a handoff to Jacobs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. For the lead, here's third and goal.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Carlson is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame. It didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down.
Now Lance.
And that is incomplete. Ray McCloud, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Here's Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Lance looking to throw.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That incompletion reality is staring them right in the face.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this.
After review the play,
so the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 55 yards out.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Stidham with one final shot. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.